In this video, I'm going to show you how to interpret a CRB report. As you can see here, I have a TransUnion CRB report. This is a 12-page CRB report, and I'm going to show you how you can interpret this report, get the full details on what each and every section means and what you should know on your CRB report. You can simply get your CRB report by simply downloading the TransUnion mobile Nipashe app on your Play Store, and then enter your details, your name, your phone number, and ID, and request for a CRB report. Kindly check on the video in the description section that will show you how you can download your CRB report using TransUnion. Now, here I have a TransUnion report. Now, the first thing you need to do, once you have downloaded your report, it will come in form of a PDF, of which you'll have to enter your password before you can open it the way it is. Now, the password of your CRB report is usually your ID number. So once you have entered your ID number, it will open. Now, the first thing you will meet on your CRB report are your details. It will contain all your names. It will also contain your ID number, as you can see on this report. And we have hidden some of the sections because of privacy. It will enter a lot of details concerning you. One of the things you will see on a CRB report is your score. This is what you call your credit score. This credit score is awarded based on your transaction, on your behavior over time. The best way to interpret this score is to go at the bottom of this report. See, if you go to the last page of this report, you can see what we call credit score band. Now, this is a measure of your credit score. As you can see, this person has 554. That's how they are rated. And from the score, this is the worst, the lowest scale, which means they have a problem. They are either listed, they have a lot of loans, or they are yet to repay their loans. Adversary actions, the reasons are told that high arrears on accounts in the past 12 months. So this is cumulatively in the past 12 months. This is how you are rated. This is your history for the last 12 months, according to the Bureau. So they take your behavior, your current standing, the arrears report, they use that information to rate you. So that's how you get and how you interpret. So it means the higher your score, the better your ratings. So if your rating is in the green zone, then you have a clean credit score. So you're told that the TransUnion credit score is a 3-digit number derived by using a mathematical formula that presents the credit risks associated with an individual's credit profile. So this provides an indication of an individual's potential future behavior. Now, let's go back to the first page. One important thing that you'll find on your CRB report are your mobile numbers. Now, these are mobile numbers that are associated with your ID. As you can see, under the phone number, this person has 4 mobile numbers associated with their ID. Now, you may be having one mobile number that you know, but when it comes to the CRB report, you get there are more than one. It means someone is holding a SIM card that is registered under your name. So you have to check this. This is very crucial on a CRB report. Now, let's go to the summary section. And remember, we are still on page 1. Now, on the summary section, we have so much details, and these are crucial details. But I want us to focus on 2 or 3 sections of these summary details that are very much important. One is non-performing accounts. When you have a non-performing account, this is an account that has been listed on a CRB. So as you can see here, we have under non-performing account, we have the bank sector and non-bank sector. Now, when you talk of bank sectors, these are loans associated with the banks. But we have to note one thing, that either you took them directly with the banks, or you took them using bank mobile platforms. For instance, if you took a loan using Timiza is a product of Absa Bank that will be listed under bank sector. Now, non-bank sector, these are digital lenders who are not affiliated to any bank. Now, for instance, if you took money from branch, or maybe you took money from Tala, there is no bank associated with the Tala, and therefore it will appear under non-bank sector. If you took money from KCB, KCB Mobile or KCB M-Pesa. Now, KCB M-Pesa will appear under bank sector because that is a loan facility that is provided by KCB Bank. So you have to note that. So this person has two non-performing accounts, which means he has been listed. They have been listed by two institutions. One is bank sector and the other one is a non-bank sector. Now, the next thing I want us to look at is performing account with the default history. Now, when you talk of performing account with the default history, we are simply talking of accounts that were previously listed, but the owner settled the amount. So it goes down in history that you defaulted at one point, but you settled. As you can see on this person's summary, they had two of them under bank sector, but the person eventually settled the amount. So that is what we imply by performing account with default history. Another account that I want us to look at is what we call performing account. These are accounts that you are still interacting with. They are active. They are yet to be listed. Account is usually listed if you have not settled your loan within 90 days from the last date you are supposed to repay the loan. So if you are supposed to pay the loan after 1 month, the time elapses. Now, 90 days after that, you will be listed because you have defaulted. Institutions that are regulated by CBK, they have been licensed to report on CRB. They usually submit reports with the CRB, and when they submit these reports, if you have failed to pay and you have been listed, it will be reported as such. So that was the summary. Now let's go and look under each that we have just discussed in details. When you go to the second page, the first account will be the non-performing accounts. This will be the first on the second page. If you have any, if you don't have, it will not appear. We shall go direct to performing accounts with the default history. For this person, they have non-performing accounts. And as you can see, this is a non-performing account. They have two of them. The first one is a non-performing account with ABSA. So for you to know who has listed you, you look at the reporting institution. And if you are asked or you are required to give the account reference number, this is the account reference number of this account under which it was reported. And then from here, you will see the listed amount was 1,351.91 shillings that was listed, and the repayment term was to be paid once. Now, you can see that the principal amount was 1,200 and they were supposed to repay as this. This will also show you the last repayment time and the listing date. If you go to the next session, we'll show you the balance amount. This is the amount that you are supposed to pay. And usually the balance amount will be equivalent to the arrears amount. We have also another section called account status. Now, account status, the account status is usually either closed, active, or write off. Now, in this case, this listed account, the account status is write off. What does this mean? It means this account has been listed for a long period of time and the person has never made an attempt to show an effort of making a repayment, and therefore sometimes it's presumed maybe they are not in a good status, or sometimes it may even imply that maybe they are dead. And sometimes when you have a write-off account, this is a situation where sometimes you try to repay your loan that you had borrowed long ago, and when you try to pay the loan, you can't because it's like the account does not exist, the person does not exist. And in this case, when you have write-off account, you will need to visit or to contact the institution that listed you so that they can activate the account. So you can see the second account, it is listed, but it is active. This account can easily be repaid without any issues, but this person is likely to encounter issues while trying to repay because of the write-off account status. The second one is from this reporting institution, and you can see the amount is listed. This is the amount listed. It is the amount in arrears. Under the account type, you also have to know how they took the money. You will be told, you can see here, these are mobile loans, and also the same as this was a mobile loan. Now, if it was just a bank, it will be indicated as bank. If it was an overdraft, it will be indicated as so, as you can see here under non-performing account that this person has. So that's all about non-performing account. If you have any question, kindly let me know in the comment section and I'll be glad to answer. Next, let's go to the performing account with the default history. Now, when we talk of performing account with the default history, as I had stated earlier, these are accounts that once defaulted, they were listed, but the owner made the repayment and therefore the accounts were closed. So as you can see, this person had an overdraft of 3,822.22. This is the time the last payment was made. This was the principal amount, and this was the listing date, and the scheduled repayment was this. And as you can see, the account status is closed because the balance is zero. The account will only be closed if the balance is zero. And as you can see, this was a late repayment because the worst arrear on this loan was 172 days. They took 172 days before they could clear this loan. And of course, now we have the performing accounts. As I had stated, these are accounts that are in good standings or they have even been repaid within time. And you can see they are all closed. So using that information, now you can decide and you can know the next step of action that you're supposed to take. If you have account that needs to be settled, then from using this information, you can go ahead and settle it. And remember, your CRB report even carries the date when the report was produced, and it is visibly clearly indicated on your report. Do you have any question or do you have any comment? Kindly let me know in the comment section, and kindly go and watch. If you want to have your own CRB report, you can go ahead and generate yours. You'll have to pay 50 shillings and then you'll be issued with a free CRB report that will come direct to your email. Go and watch that video. In the comment section, I have linked the video. Thank you for watching and bye bye for now.